Yes, hello and welcome to episode 19, I think, of the Thicc Rage story. Normally, I would be going into qualifying, but I thought I was recording the qualifying, and it turns out that no, it actually recorded 2 seconds and then stopped recording. So, I'm glad I checked before I kept going. But we're here. I qualified at 18th, as is tradition, and now is time for me to go into the R&D tree and get some upgrades for R&D me. So I'm just gonna line up that tire wear. 3 weeks. Ooh, I wonder what race is in 3 weeks. Hopefully, I get it this season.
This is probably what I'd invest in.
And I have no interest in protecting any of the upgrades. So I think, actually, hold on, I can check when that's going to come in, can't I? For Abu Dhabi. Okay, well, you know what? Last race, best race, hopefully. Williams is still very much bottom of the pile, and oh boy, is it not close. So I'm just going to launch into the race session. Now, the disclaimer here is that I did practice this track. Did not do well in the timing boards. I'm in like the top 12,000, which, you know, wow, nobody cares. But it is so slippery, this track, and I tried upping the angle on the wings. It didn't really help, shockingly. Ooh, medium to soft, eh? Let's do an even split. Why not? Well, if I push it, yeah, let's do that. What was I saying? Right, yeah, it's such a slippery track, and I tried lowering or raising, excuse me, the amount of downforce on the wings, and it didn't do much. I think it's just down to putting power on the steering angles, because there's not anything to speak of as far as like hairpins aside from that like weird squared off triangle double apex, right? But that's the closest thing to a hairpin. So a lot of it is just early entries like it was for Russia, I think. So I practiced, I did the qualifying, but between those two things, between the practice and qualifying, there was like 2 full days. So I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'll try. You know what I mean? I'll do my best. My man there believes in me. My man there has his arms crossed at his package definitely pronounced in the Halo window. I'm just gonna go for it. So lining up P18, not the best. I think I want to get over to the left side here. So I'm just gonna pre-turn my wheel a little here. See what teammate Gio also starting on the mediums, and I'm immediately down to 20th. Good for me. Love that for me. Gonna try and get some slipstream. And I know I can hang off the track here into the first corner. So making that. Well, I was gonna say making that work, but immediate track limits warning. A few positions though. And losing positions immediately again. Lots of clatter, bang, bashing. Oh, this is gonna be a rough one. Okay, spot the 100. Gonna try and just slide in front of that McLaren. Take an extra gear down here. Now this corner is where the problems start for me on this lap, because that corner itself, not so bad, but the entrance into these S's, I send help, you know what I mean? But making it through at least, and I've gotten so used to like practicing on the softs that now that I'm on the mediums, the sliding is just so much more pronounced. Not a great time. Oh, bit of locking up ahead. Not the best piloting by me also, because once again, she real slippery. In this final corner, always tricky. And coming out in P15 at the end of lap 1. So let me turn the battery back up again. I accidentally knocked it back down. The fuel can go down though, because shaved off a lot of that fuel delta. I think the battery's the only reason I haven't already been overtaken, but we got to turn it down now. So watch him zoom past. Oi. It wouldn't be Formula 1 if Kimi wasn't going for a reckless dive bomb in this game. So we're down to P17 now on lap 2, which is probably better than I deserve if I'm honest. Oh, okay. Not going to do anything hectic the third time, as it turns out, because boy, the sliding on these tires is unreal. Look at that. No throttle application, lots of spinning. Wow, I hate... Hey, okay, terrible place to brake check someone, bud. I can't be too mad at my Polish prince. And there goes any advantage I may have had. Wow, this is a rough track. You know, the game has it listed as easy. I disagree. It is... God, just such a pain in the ass to get around this track. And after this is Coda, too, so, like... Maybe I'll just skip Coda entirely. Okay, so 2 laps down.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS
I am
is now available.
back where I started, having lost a second and a half to the car ahead in the final sector. That sucks. Gonna box off that car behind. I don't even care. I don't care. I need every bit of help I can get, even if it means driving like an a-hole. And we look back. Yep, he's right on me. Oh, goodness. Why? Why? Okay, so I guess I just got to brake earlier into... Come on, man. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I'm on harder tires, so I would need a better lead up into the braking zones.
Let's turn up the ERS deployment and burn some of this energy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, really, eh? Okay, 1 second. Hold on. Let me try and right this absolute grease ball of a car. Jeez. Overtakes on ice is what's happening right now. And not for me, which is unfortunate. Because I was actually a little bit like feeling good in the hot lapping that I was doing to learn track. I guess I can hope for some good news with the pit stop changeovers. I wonder if I think overtake might make me faster than hot lap, because overtake is just burn the battery, whereas hot lap is burn the battery over the lap. So I guess it's probably the smarter move.
We're leading our teammate by 1.9 seconds.
That's great. I just saw that my fuel mix, or my fuel delta, came back in a big way, and I wonder, I did the practices, so like, why was it so off on the fuel mix? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. This is going to be, I'm realizing now, this is going to be an interesting track with the 2026 regulations, because there's 2 very long straights. And that first one after the first, or no, not even after the first bend, it's right at the start of the track with that first DRS zone, which I guess will be a straight mode zone. That's going to be interesting to watch everyone's speed just taper off by the end.
Caution.
Wonder how that's going to go. Whoop. Okay.
Some information on Butler. It looks like the problem is terminal. They're
Oh
retiring
no,
the car.
not Devin Butler. Oh, hey buddy, I see him. Everyone's favorite punching bag.
Green flag.
Although I will give him some credit. You can say anything you want, Devin Butler, or anything you want about Devin Butler, and he's just gonna act like he doesn't hear it. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon.
If you haven't played F1 2025 and got the context for that, don't worry about it. Was it 25 or was it 23? I forget. It's been so very long since I played one of the breaking point modes. But hey, I'm in P17 instead of P18 now. So, you know, I'll take that. Oof. There we go. Maybe I'll try and grab...
MFD for a new strategy option.
I will in just 1 second. Lap 11, sure. I wish I could have figured out how to get the game to register my microphone. I think it's because the the microphone is plugged into an audio interface and not like USB or anything like that. So I think maybe just at this point the game didn't have, or Cody's didn't have the software to recognize like that type of peripheral. Because they use the interface for the creation of music and such. So like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of like through the Steam software I can figure it out, but I don't know. Anyways, we're approaching a third of the way through the race, and I am flying solo. Whoops. I forgot what turn I was on. Good lord. It is too early in the day for me to be doing this. It is... Whew, it is 7:10 a.m. Yeah, I shouldn't be doing this right now. Oh, well.
Okay, gap ahead is 6.7 seconds.
7 seconds? Oh, I hate myself for that. I actually kind of wish I wasn't in existence to have just done that. I was at a convention a few weeks ago where one of the volunteers just wouldn't stop saying the 6-7 thing, and God, by the end of day 2, I just wanted to like run into traffic. And then there was another day to work after that, so day 3 was just a nightmare. Ah well, kids, what can you do? I believe My Chemical Romance had a song about just such a thing. And that song was called Mama. Anyways, fuel double. So like,
Behind is gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
he sure is. So like, I turned my fuel mix down several laps ago because it was at like plus 33 laps. Then it rocketed up to plus 60, and now several laps later, it's finally back down to 30. Maybe I am doing just too much lifting coasting. I don't feel comfortable pushing the car anywhere on this track, except for the straights. So like, I'm just living with it, I guess. I'm just trying to focus through here because I thought that would be another whoop. And there goes the focus. Yeah, this is I can't wait to be at the other end of this game and play a game where there is traction. Because this game ain't it. Like, it feels okay. I've gotten used to the force feedback, but God, it could just be so much better. And it has been. So I think for me, 2023 is still the best feeling of the Cody's games. Doesn't hold a candle to Automobilista 2, obviously, but like, as far as the Codemaster games, it is still the peak. Track limits. No track limits? Okay. Whoop. And I fear for what Brazil is going to be like in this game. Because in every game, Brazil is kind of a greasy nightmare. So, like, how much worse is it going to get?
Is a second a lap faster. 1 second.
Yeah, of course it's a second a lap faster. It's me we're talking about here. Alright. I remember which corner I'm on this time. Gonna take an aggressive cut here. Take a lot of curb here. And just power out. Power down while on the curbs, you know, like any professional would do. Oh, man. Yeah, take these broken wing. I'm sure there's a much better approach to the square triangle there. God help me, I don't know what it is. Now I should, by all rights, be able to flat-foot it through those first couple of S's, but no, actually, because of the sliding. I don't know, maybe I should have turned on, like, a little bit of traction control or something, but it took me so long, even before I had a wheel, to get to the point where I could drive without the assists, that I don't want to put them back on. However, F122, that was apparently the way to make it more tolerable, was to put on low traction control, or medium. I think it was medium. And there was a lot of talk on the F1 Games subreddit back then that, like, no, the actual professional drivers say to play with medium traction control, and that's the closest it can get to the real thing. But like, nobody ever actually quantified that with any proof whatsoever. So I don't know, because they were also like, yeah, the F1 drivers really helped make 2020, and then nobody ever gave any proof of that either. So like, as far as I can remember, the only proof of an F1 driver being involved was Max Verstappen on F1 24. And boy, everyone hated how that felt, including me. which is, I made a video about it, but like F124 is the reason why I got a wheel and played other things and got into the hobby more. Because if F124 was a great game, I would still be on a controller. That's just the way it is for me, having played these games, you know? Whoop. I'm sorry, just trying not to lose the ass end of the car out there. Okay, so I passed cars in the pits, and I'm still in P18. You figure that out. Oh, here we go. All right, P11. It's never going to get any better for me than it is right now. Oh, lordy. Did Mercedes not have a rear wing sponsor in 2019? I feel like there should be some kind of logo on the back of that wing. I don't remember. All right, Checo behind is catching up. This really does feel like I'm just casually driving a track rather than trying to race, which is fine. That might have been the Williams experience for a while, actually. So fair enough. And it's worth noting, again, I tried with the hot laps. I did try mostly with the Williams, but then I was curious and did the Mercedes thing. Want to take a wild guess at how much faster I was around this track in the Mercedes than I was in the Williams? 3, 2, 1. It was 4 seconds. I was 4 seconds faster in the Mercedes because the car didn't slide out over every goddamn corner. So, you know, I will accept 80% of the blame for my performance, as is tradition with racing drivers. Which I am not. I'm a gamer. Teammate is in the pits. Okay, I'm at the P7 now. We're gonna coast here. I'm not gonna fight. Well, I guess I could have tried to fight with Kvyat, but that never works out well. Hey, 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 hey. Uncool, man. Uncool. Although we know Seb likes to turn in on cars. Oh, bad braking. He's the guy that did the Super Bowl this past year. Oh, wait, no, that was this year. Oh my god, that was 2026. And it was Bad Bunny. Do you like how I don't know what I'm saying, and then I have to try and figure out what I said? Because I don't. I believe in this right hand of the S's there. I think I can just coast through and with a downshift like I'm at Silverstone.
This lap, please.
But I'm afraid to try it. Although, if I'm not braking with turning angle, there's probably less chance that I'm going to spin off. So maybe I'll try one of the softs. I don't know if it's better or worse for the tires, but I have to imagine it's worse. Anyways, I need water. And I can check my phone real quick. Okay, just an email I don't have to deal with for another hour and a half. Let's go.
Go now.
Oh, fuel can go up immediately. Let's put a hot lap on the battery as well.
Last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
And we're down to P18. Listen, all I've really got to worry about in this race is beating teammate Tony.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target.
See, you say that.
Down to mix too soon.
But that's also, I think, the first time in this season I've gone into the pits and come out with more extra fuel. Alright, and we'll take a gear here. Oh, that felt good. See, immediately, this feels way better than the mediums. Oh, I didn't even mention. So I bought a new chair because I was tired of my tailbone just killing after every race. So I bought a chair. I stole a chair from a different part of the house with more padding on the derriere. And so far, it feels like it's helping. The only problem is, because it's got more of a seat to it, my feet are a little higher up, and my ankles are just cramping right now. So I'm gonna have to work on the
4.2 seconds.
I don't know, tendon strength for 2020, if I'm going to be doing half distance races, potentially that could be a big problem, but we'll see. Or I'll just invest in like a good ankle brace for when I'm not playing the games or something. And I've already got like physical damage all over from just being a dumbass when I was younger. But having said that, I do go to the gym with my partner a few times a week, and we do the grappling, we do the jiu-jitsu and boxing. So like, maybe I'll just get stronger. Who knows? I made the mistake of trying to adjust how I was sitting half a lap ago, and now nothing feels right. I may have to pause on a straight and then just correct how I'm sitting. I like rotated the chair a little bit, and now I feel like I'm on a different planet. Or I should say, I feel like the pedals are on a different planet. Another risk of sitting a little bit higher is that on some of the curbs or on some of the turns, I have accidentally punched myself in the balls with the force feedback. It's not cute. It's not a good time.
0.5 seconds.
That's the way it goes, I guess. Nobody's perfect. Spot 110-ish. Take a nice cut. Turn in. No need for a downshift here because that is not a right angle turn. So we'll just go through. Looking back. He's going to overtake me by the end of the race, and I'm going to hate it. I do need a downshift on this this right-hander. I took a hard right at Stephen King. You know, the writer. Ugh. I like Stephen King a lot. I will say, it's weird how many of his books, his stories, include children having sex. It's weird. I'm just going to say it, it's weird. I thought it was weird when I was in high school reading The Dark Tower, and he had several written paragraphs about teenagers having sex. I thought it was an adult when I read it, and the kids, you know, did what they did. So, I'm sure there's more. Those are the only two that come to mind, because The Dark Tower is my favorite series of novels, like, period. But I'm so sure he did more. Either as Stephen King or as Richard Bachman with his other books.
Caution, yellow flags ahead.
Caution, yellow flags.
Through the caution zone. Be careful until you see
Oh,
the greens.
that's new. That hasn't happened yet. It only took 18 races for that to happen. That's interesting. And yeah, for the 2020 half-distance races, I'll turn on the safety cars and all that because it's a much longer race. So they'll actually, you know, come into play to do anything other than just slow down the race for everyone. It's just, these are short races, so it felt unnecessary. Oh, I really got to adjust myself here once I get back onto the start-finish straight. Oh, goodness. I guess I could do it. No, I'm not going to do it here because then I'm into a tricky sector. And we'll come through here. How am I still only in P17? Whoop. That should have been track limits. Okay, and now is the time to figure out how I'm sitting. 1 hot second, please. And we're back. How close is the car behind? Very. I don't think he has DRS, though. So I'm just going to put up my fuel for the rest of the race. I think it'll last. Whoa. We take some curb. And we push out. Oh, he is so much closer now, and I hate it. That sucks for me. I'm going to get destroyed by Antonio Giovinazzi, of all people. You remember him, the human NPC? Nah. Only in F1. In WEC, he's shown that he's pretty good. Although, I don't actually remember much of him in F1. So I'm like kind of just parroting things I've seen on Reddit, which is dangerous. I don't remember how we did an F1. Like, I can't be like, I'm trying to think of a comparison. Like Kevin Magnus, not Magnus, oh my God, Ericsson.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I can remember Ericsson, like, performance-wise. Giovinazzi, though, not so much. Mostly the hair I remember of him, which I think is a universal among Formula One fans. Nice hair, though. Take a lot of curb here. Take curb here. And slam the throttle. Now he has DRS, and I will be DR passed.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to
Are
look
we?
after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
I don't think we're catching shit, buddy. So I'm seeing my way through the corners here. Wow. Both the position marker, or the position info on the top left, and the lap count on the top right are 17:18. Make a wish. Alright. I basically just have to keep in front of the Giovinazzi for one more lap for sake of the rivalry. I don't know if I can do it, but I can try. We're going to come through here.
Some information on Kubica. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Okay.
This is your final lap of the race.
Alright, hot lap time, baby. I've got plenty of battery and plenty of fuel, so I should be able to just hot lap setting it through the entire lap. I could hear him getting closer, and it was giving me the agita. Whoa, sliding out on the upshift. Alright, DRS zone 2. Looking at my screen, I've made up more than a quarter of a second off my previous best. Oh, I forgot that I have to brake earlier there. And that's it for DRS zones. So now it'll just come down to positioning and defense. And there goes all that delta advantage I had because I forgot my braking zone. Because I was looking at the arrows going angry red behind me. Oh, that was the best I've done that sector. Up 4/10. Gonna be half a second. Wow, these hot lap settings really do pay off, huh? Look at the fireworks. That's nice. Are they still fireworks if they're smoke? Smokeworks. Smokeworks sounds like a banger of like a music venue. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Thank God. That's over. I made up one position and used about 1,000 flashbacks. Oh, Ferrari wins one. Look at that. I mean, Lewis is still on the podium. Alex Albon on the podium. I cannot remember if that ever actually happened or not. In when he was on Red Bull. I'll have to look that up later. Or I won't, because I'll forget. We'll see. Oh, okay. No interview. Okay, cool. So, as long as I finish the next race, I should win this rivalry, which is good for me. Everyone loves it. And I think we're good to go.
That's exactly the kind of result I'm looking for. Keep it up.
Keep you up. Qualifying to meet expectations. Races will manage it quickly. Yeah. I forget what my contract thing. They want me to finish 18th and qualify 16th. That seems backwards, but I did it. So, you know, I'll take it. Let's see what the weather is like for Coda, because I'm going to have to practice this track. Or I could not. And I could pretend that Thicc Rage had appendicitis, but it's just a game. Weather is dry. Okay. I'm so sure Brazil's going to be a rainstorm of a race. That's going to suck. Okay, so yeah, that's like, just looking at the layout of that track makes me sad, because that first turn's a nightmare, and the S's I never figured out. And then there's the rest of the track to deal with. Oh man, that's gonna be painful. As was this one. So, very sorry for the nonsense that I've recorded today. I still feel a bit dumb that I just lost the qualifying lap in the recording. That's the way it goes, though, I guess. Yeah, that's all I got for this one. There was no extra challenge or anything, so I'm just gonna call it here. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Make good choices. Wash your hands. Call a friend, and bye.